Within seconds, the hoons make a second approach.
Why shaking? Video me all you want. Yeah, someone's down in the corner. Right, jump in front of it. Yeah.
And in just minutes, we're surrounded. That's when the insults start flying.
You got my face. Nah, man, she's holding the 40.
They then try to bring police into it, making false allegations about our behaviour.
You're saying we're hanging out the window still.
Forgetting the dangerous scene they created just moments ago.
Pulling in front of our car and stopping on the freeway with the hazard lights on is pretty
One of the enthusiasts are down here, catching up with people, they're not doing anything wrong.
10 minutes later, they're still our exit. It's getting close to midnight and the mob is becoming unruly. Concerned we may make a break for it, this young driver is at the ready to follow us should we try to leave. By now, the intimidating pack has grown to more than a dozen. Surrounding the door, this self-described car enthusiast tries to justify why he and his mates flocked to this notorious Melbourne strip of highway.
We're out here, we get our drag tracks taken away from us.
They begin to use this opportunity to have their say.
Where do they expect people to go?
We can't control their actions. We honestly can't. There's no more than you can control an action.
You can't control their actions, but surely what you're doing can encourage them.
I'm not one of those persons, people that stand on the side of the road. I'm out here for an enjoyment point of view and to see cars, yes, that is the case. But
there's a lot of car enthusiasts out here and a lot of people that race up and down the street. There are always going to be people on the street dragging. Okay, I'm not going to deny that.
Despite having us hemmed in, they claim it's not just young drivers who do the wrong thing.
The guy across there in a Ferrari is 50 years old that just took off harder than anybody else here.
Across the road, one hoon has been stopped by police, caught for doing a burnout.
Of course it is. Every person here is accountable for their own mistakes and their own decisions.
And if you thought it was just young men out on the road, think again. Treating the roadway as a racetrack, this female driver fishtails in front of us in a Tesla. Only the smell of rubber, big black tyre tracks. Back across the road, a tow truck arrives and the vehicle caught earlier doing a burnout is impounded. It's not the first. Since being introduced in 2006, close to 17,000 cars have been impounded under Victoria's hoon laws.
The local residents are having to put up with just an awful racket coming from the drivers, racing up and down the local streets in Princes Highway. It's just got to stop.
Fed up with the late night screeching of tyres and revving of cars, one local resident is taking matters into his own hands.
If they're not speeding and doing donuts and other messing around in their cars, they must certainly be breaking noise regulations.
Stuart and his wife moved here several years ago. Unable to sleep some nights, he believes the problem is getting worse.
It's big engines being revved up, wheels spinning, people just carrying on in the cars. It's just really loud at nights. It wakes the whole neighbourhood.
He's begun letter dropping in the area, urging residents to dob in a hoon.
This is getting out of control. Something needs to be done.
2 years ago, this area was the scene of one of Melbourne's worst riots. Hundreds of hoons brought the highway to a halt, targeting a Bob Jane T-Mart. They began smashing windows, lighting flares, stealing car parts, even turning over a car. All in protest against the cancellation of the Easter Nats race meet at the Calder Park Raceway. Senior Sergeant Andrew Stamper says the problem has lessened, but it is still an issue.
I have many emails every day from residents who are just really out of the noise, sometimes till 5 o'clock in the morning, the sound of revving engines and burning tyres.